welcome to another edition of the Glen Kuiper Show on a late Sunday afternoon. Gorgeous weather in the Bay Area, gorgeous weather down in Scottsdale, Arizona for spring training. So all in all, a pretty nice weekend down there and up here. But we got a fun show tonight, another fun guest, a guest that's, we're going to say, kind of close to home, close to my heart. We'll say that. But we'll talk Giants baseball, among other things, with our guests who we will introduce in just a moment. The Glen Kuiper Show is brought to you in part by the Kehrig Real Estate Team, who have been helping families buy and sell homes across the Bay Area with a legacy of client-first service since 1978. So whether you're in the market to buy or sell, we got the team for you. It's the Kehrig Real Estate Team. They will guide you home. Give them a call at 925-548-4132. The Glen Kuiper Show also brought to you in part by the good folks at Tilden Properties. By investing in California's multifamily real estate with Tilden Properties, you'll see quarterly dividends and equity buildup in the real estate market. They are Bay Area based. They are family owned. Tilden Properties has been building investment wealth for their clients since 2008. If you're interested in being an investor with Tilden Properties, call them at 925-209-8558. We are also brought to you in part by Partners Capital LLC. It's a wealth management firm providing financial strategies for elite performance and lasting peace of mind in the financial world. With experience guiding professional athletes as well as the families next door, Partners Capital delivers thoughtful planning, steady guidance, and a clear path forward. Partners Capital, it's your partner for a stronger financial future. If you're interested, call 888-702-7743. Glen Kuiper Show also brought to you in part by Area Rug Cleaning Direct. It's a subsidiary of Gamble's Flooring. Now, if your area rug needs professional cleaning or repair, Area Rug Cleaning Direct will pick up and return your area rug looking brand new within 5 business days. Family owned and proudly serving the Bay Area for over 35 years. Call Area Rug Cleaning Direct at 925-933-9999 for all your area rug cleaning needs. All right, thanks to the sponsors. And let's get our show rolling and let's get our guest into the studio. His name is Cole Kuiper. I know this guy. He's the co-host of NBC's Giants Talk podcast. He also has the same last name as mine. And yes, indeed, we are related. He is my nephew. He is Dwayne's son. And Cole, we've been wanting to get together and have you on my show for a while now. So I know you got your own podcast, but I appreciate you coming on this one.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on. We've talked about this for a while. I'm glad we finally connected and we're able to do it. And what a great time to do it, coming fresh off of spring training baseball actually starting. It was a long, slow, weird offseason, it felt like, and now it's over. Now we actually have stuff to do.
And you know what? And I've said this a couple of times on my show. Marty Lurie, right? Marty does a great job. And I thought he said it best about a week ago. He was on my show. We were talking about how great spring training is. We've all been down there. You've been down there. It's fun. It's great. Mm-hmm. But he said spring training is you're being reintroduced and you're bringing baseball back into your life for the next 7 months. And that's really what you're doing. That's what we all do, right?
Uh-huh. Are you going down?
Yeah, I'm going down Friday for 2 weeks, and I'm super looking forward to it. And I'm ready to go. So I'll be down there for a little over 2 weeks. So I'll be there with your dad. So that'll be fun. So it's always a pretty good time.
I'm so jealous. I'm not going this year just because it has gotten pricey flying down there, hotels and everything. It's adding up. So I made the call not to go this year, and already I'm regretting it. Like, I couldn't have gotten flights back in November, October when they were cheaper. Come on.
Well, and it's restaurants are crowded and hard to get into, and hotels are expensive. You know what I mean? It's across the board. It's become a really big business. Yeah. I should let you know that Cole has gone past the age where he has to call me uncle. We dropped that.
I think you got out of high school. I slip up multiple times. You're going to get at least uncled 3 times in the next 45 minutes.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm the weird uncle. Everybody's got the weird uncle. Yeah, but Cole is not required to call me Uncle Glenn. Believe me, that's we're well past that.
Yes.
So Cole, I mean, let's talk about all of us really growing up in baseball. I mean, you were born into this family.
I was.
And it's people like to think that, boy, if you're a Kuiper, you got to love baseball. But that's not necessarily, I mean, you love sports.
Yeah.
But baseball was not that big of a deal to you. I have a son who's 21 years old, and he was okay with baseball, but he liked other sports just like you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess I'm glad that it doesn't look like there was this big pressure on, our sons to play baseball, and because we really didn't try to do that with you guys.
Yeah, I think so. I was really, really bad at baseball when I was young. I didn't know I needed glasses until like middle school. I've since had LASIK, and I think that had a lot to do with it. But I was atrocious at baseball, so I think my dad's dreams of me being in any way involved with professional baseball were squashed very early. But even as a fan, I don't know if it was my ADHD brain or it just being like the thing my dad did that I kind of like got dragged to since I was born. It just didn't click for me until, I don't know, high school, maybe.
Yeah.
And then in college, I didn't really follow the team. I come back from college, just happened to coincide with all of a sudden the Giants get really
that made a big difference. Yeah.
And I'm sure fans flocked to them past that. But when I was a kid, like I don't remember the World Series year, 89.
Yeah.
I was too young for that.
Yeah,
I don't remember the year they finished right behind the Braves. What was that?
93. Yeah.
So most of my
You remember 2002?
I remember 02. Yes.
Yeah.
And that was a big one. I was at the clinch game where they went to the World Series. I went to at least 2 of those World Series games.
Yeah. Well, you were, at that point, you were probably in high school, right? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I was, I would think I would have been a freshman in 02. So that was a big one and obviously heartbreaking. But when I was a kid, like during the early Bonds years, I did not appreciate that as much as I should have. My dad likes to joke. I would go to games and read a book sitting next to him in the radio booth because what was going on in the field just did not interest me.
Oh, that's pretty funny. You know what?
It's embarrassing.
No, it's not. No, absolutely, it's not. You were probably smarter than all of us back then. But I have people ask me all the time, and it's a good question. I think said, hey, do you guys talk about baseball when you all get together and have dinner, and we get together sometimes and try to have family functions. Mm-hmm. So it's like, well, I guess we kind of do.
Yeah.
But I think, and I know your dad and I, we have coffee almost every morning. He's gone now, so I have to sit by myself and have coffee. But people ask us that too. It's like, no, we talk about the business that we work in. I think maybe more than the actual team and players. And I don't know that we really do that so much.
We don't sit down and talk X's and O's.
No,
not at all.
Well, because our wives would be like, can you guys shut up, please?
Yeah. Is there anything else going on in your life? No, you're absolutely right. I think people have this vision of a Kuiper family barbecue is, we're passing around a bat and showing grips and we're throwing a ball around. And it has never been like that at all.
That's not happening.
No, not at all. Not in the
but I get the question. I get the question, but I would say our conversations are very, very much based on sports, but not necessarily the Giants and baseball. I think it's more about the people that we work with or what we're doing, or that to me is more the things we talk about than a game or a player or a team. I don't know. It just doesn't come up that much.
Yeah. It's interesting you talk about the people aspect because I think growing up around baseball, that's the part that's changed. It's changed how I approach baseball. I'm so much more interested and fascinated in who these guys are that we're rooting for compared to what they're doing on the field. Because when I was a kid, I loved all these guys. Rob Nen, Rich Aurelia, JT Snow, even Barry Bonds was so cool to me when I was a little dude running around that clubhouse.
Sure.
So I just knowing they were cool guys meant everything to me.
Mm-hmm.
And now I obviously don't have that same relationship with the players. No one wants a 30 8-year-old running around the clubhouse.
Being the bat boy.
Yeah, I'm older than anyone on the team, and I'm the bat boy. But still, I want to sit down and hear interviews with the guys where they talk about, what's their favorite restaurant? What movies do they love? What do they do in their free time? Because I want to know who they are as a person more than what they do against right-handed pitchers' curveballs.
Yeah. Hey, and this pertains to really, I mean, your dad's still traveling, but he traveled really almost your whole life, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just on the road. I traveled for 22 years with the A's, starting with, the year that my first child was born, right? So, and I always thought it was funny because it's for you guys, for the children, it's just what your dad did.
Yeah. Don't know
Where's
any other
your dad?
one.
Oh, he's in Houston or he's in Arizona. And I always just got the feeling, because my kids knew it from the start, it just wasn't really a big deal for them. Like, it was like, oh man, dad's gone. I miss him. I don't know where he is. It's like, no, dad's working. He's on the road. Was it the same way for you?
Same way for us. It didn't seem weird to me that he was out of town all the time. And not just out of town, but primarily baseball games take place at night. So after school, he's already left for the park, even if it's a home game. He's not going to get back till I'm already asleep. But that was just normal. But the way baseball kind of overlaps with summer break meant that, I don't know, maybe this was the same for your kids, but summer was baseball. You are going to games almost every day. You're going on road trips if you can, especially if it's somewhere cool like San Diego, somewhere you can drive.
Well, that was the vacation. That was your vacations.
Exactly. Forget doing Hawaii or Mexico. No. You're doing Cincinnati or wherever.
Or maybe not Cincinnati. But I mean, but that's just, and again, it's not bad. It's just, it's different. It's a different deal. But
and kind of the flip side is the winter, when maybe you're the same way, but you're home full time.
Absolutely.
And my dad, like, I know even to this day, he goes a little stir crazy in November, December, January. He'll call me and be like, "Hey, do you want to go see a movie today?" And it's like, "Dad, it's a Tuesday and I'm at work." No,
when you guys were younger, you're in school.
Yeah.
You're in grade school or you're in high school. And so it's almost flipped from the normal, hey, it's summertime, we're taking vacations. And again, it's not bad. It's just it's just a different way of kind of the way this whole baseball life works, not just for the dads, but for the kids as well. But I know the thing that was the hardest for me, and I know it was hard for your dad too, is when you missed things that your kids were doing, whether it be grade school, high school, sporting events. I mean, you ran track, and I know you killed your dad when he didn't see it.
Yeah, because that was right over baseball.
Yeah, I think of things that I missed from my son in high school. I mean, I remember, Cole, when I was sitting in Houston doing a game, it was like the 5th inning, and my kid was playing a freshman football game, and he scored a touchdown, and you were there, and you were sending me videos, and I was watching them, and then the game's going on, and I'm trying to announce the game, but I don't really care because I want to see the video. Do you remember that?
I do, yeah. I bet if I went back in my text far enough with you, I'd find the video.
You could find, but so that stuff really, that was the hardest part for me, and it was the hardest part for your dad as well. It's like, man, like, I need to be there for that, because I can't get it back. But that was the sacrifice you made, and again, it's a great job to have, but there are things you missed, and that was the hardest part for me anyways. And I know for your dad was some type of event, particularly if it was a sporting event and your son or your daughter were playing and you were missing it, or you were getting these reports on the phone, and that was the hardest part. And it still bothers me, and I haven't traveled in a couple of years, but
it's heartbreaking to hear that. Like,
oh my gosh. For
me, like, being on the other foot of it, it was no big deal. Dad travels. It's fine. He can't be here. Don't worry. We'll see you in a week. I got to focus on my, my hurdle race. I'm at an invitational. He would just be stressing me out anyways. But I never really thought about how on the other side, you guys are trying to split your attention. I see my dad do it all the time with like Warriors championship game. And in the Giants game that he's broadcasting. Now I have to imagine he was doing that with me in high school in the Giants game he was broadcasting.
Yeah. It's an interesting way of life, so to speak. Hey, we got some comments. I don't know if you and Alex like to. I love to throw some good comments in and get our viewers involved. So Bake That Dough, who's a very loyal follower, he's one of my favorites. I've met him. He and his wife are awesome. He says, just how your family doesn't talk baseball 24/7. We similarly don't want cookies for dessert. Bake That Dough has a company, makes terrific cookies. I've had them. You eat 2, you put on 6 pounds. It's that kind of thing.
They get the dynamic exactly.
Yeah, exactly. But that's, it's just, I don't know. Sports is important, but it doesn't, I don't know. It doesn't maybe steer our daily life maybe as much as some people think it does.
Yeah, totally. I love that you bring the comments into this. This is great. This is so fun.
Cole Dunson says, your podcast is one of my first listens twice a week.
Thank you, Cole Dunston. Good name, by the way, Cole.
It's a good one. It's a good podcast. Let's see. Cole has another one. He says, hey, Cole, former Nicole, are you filming a podcast episode tonight for Monday? Any hints?
I am double booked tonight. I have another podcast scheduled with Alex coming up soon. So yeah, if you can't tell, I'm glowing that baseball season's here. So we could record every day.
Yeah, it does make life a lot easier too when you have games to talk about. Cole says, got to meet Alex today and got a signature on my book. Just a chill guy. Yeah, Alex is the NBC Giants insider. Alex is a good man. I know you enjoy working with him. You've been doing it for a long time.
He's a very chill guy. We get comments on on like Spotify and a few social media places. And I think my favorite we've gotten was, Cole doesn't seem too bright, but he's a good hang. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm going for. Thank you.
Well, yeah, that's not fair. You're actually
that's spot on.
All right, let's talk about the podcast. It's called Giants Talk Podcast. You guys have been doing it for 5 years. It's on NBC. You and Alex, and Alex is the insider, right?
Exactly.
And he's down in Arizona the whole time. He's getting scoop. He's very good at it. He's writing articles. You're not trying to be the insider.
I'm not the insider.
Give us the definition of what Cole Kuiper is doing on the podcast to team up with Alex, the insider.
Well, as someone who listens to a ton of podcasts long before I entered my foot in the podcasting world, I've found that, like the quote I just said, being a good hang is one of the most important parts of podcasting. Your podcast hosts you listen to end up being essentially like the people you feel like you're friends with. You develop kind of a parasocial relationship with them. And I bring the fun, I bring the vibes, I bring the fan side of things. Well, Alex is focused on kind of approaching what is happening on the diamond from a neutral place, from the place of a journalist or a reporter. I'm the one who's going to get bent out of shape about something small because it killed my vibe. It ruined my day that someone got thrown out at home to get the third out of an inning and kill a rally.
And Alex can't really do that, is what you're saying.
Yeah. He jokes that he has to almost be like a robot and approach things neutrally and as a journalist, whereas I can kind of go off the handle.
Yeah. But when you think about the sports now and how it's covered, and gosh, a year ago, or not quite a year ago, in April, I had people saying, you know what, Glenn, you got to start your own show. You got to have a podcast. And I was like, I don't know, man. It's like, I've never done that before. Is this what I want to do? I don't know. And now, I mean, I've been doing it for 10 months and I just went over 20,000 subscribers. It's like, whoa, what happened? But my point is like, it's just crazy, right? Everybody has a podcast and now everybody's putting it on YouTube, right? I mean, it's really what you have to do now.
This is going to blow your mind, Glenn. I have paid money on multiple occasions to go see the podcasts I like do their show live at a theater where you'd see a music performance.
Huh. That's
So
crazy.
that's a whole thing as well. We haven't done that, but maybe someday.
But really, if you think about your age, you're 38, right?
Yep.
So your generation is the one who really kind of started or was first introduced to social media.
Yes.
Would that be accurate? I mean, do you
I think
remember
that's
when this started to
pretty spot
happen?
on. Yeah. So like Facebook came on when I was a senior in high school. MySpace kind of the 4 years before that, but the social media kind of turned into a whole different animal in the last decade and a half with
Yeah.
the kind of algorithmic feeds rather
Yeah,
than
that's
the
true.
linear
That's
feeds.
true. Yeah.
But no, you're absolutely right. Podcasting does feel like it's an evolution of the social media generation. And that's probably why my generation consumes the content so ravenously.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, it's like YouTube now. That's where everybody goes.
Yeah, I think
Right?
YouTube's the second biggest search engine on the entire internet behind Google. It's a massive website,
Yeah.
and in consuming podcasts as video, it's
That's crazy.
a double way to do it. We record all our podcasts for video. I believe they're available on YouTube. You can stream them somewhere.
Yeah.
It's funny because you do all of these primarily as a visual medium. Ours, it's audio first, and we'll use the clips occasionally, but sometimes I'll record an episode 7 a.m. Before I head to my like 9 to 5 job.
Sure.
And I'll see a clip of it somewhere online and just be like, whoa, I look rough. I did not do my hair. I got some bags under my eyes. I really need to remember to gussy up because sometimes these videos do get used.
Oh, that's your charm, Cole. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So it's it's the podcast world is, I don't want to say out of control because it's not. It's just a lot of people have it. A lot of people are really good at it. You can make money doing it. You can get sponsors. I mean, it's all good.
They added it to the Emmys, right? It's now an Emmy.
Yeah.
Was it the Golden Globes? One of the big awards. The first year this year, Amy Poehler won Best Podcaster.
Okay. I mean, it's the way that it's the way life is now, right?
Yes.
So hey, you go to a lot of Giants games, and it's interesting. I want to know what you do at Giants games because you've been going since you were a baby, right?
Yes.
When I go to a game and I'm not working, and I like to go when I'm not, I like to work, but I like to go when I'm not working too. It's fun but I like to sit. I like to sit if I can get a booth or sit somewhere. I just like to watch the game. I just like to chill out. People ask me, "Hey, where'd you go at the game?" I was like, just in an empty booth, and I sat there and I watched the game. I just enjoy that, right? It's fun. You look around; it's a great atmosphere. I have a feeling you're a little bit different. Tell us about a game day experience with Cole Kuiper.
So first off, if it's a nice day, preferably a day game, we're stopping on the way to the ballpark at Red's Java House for a burger.
Okay.
A lot of times you get a burger. Get a burger there, get a beer. We'll chit chat and look, and it's like, oh, it's the middle of the first inning already. We got to hustle. So we'll cruise in as soon as we can. First thing I do when we get to the game is we call it taking a lap. So we go, maybe we drop our jacket or bag off at our seat and then go full promenade, 360 degrees, take a lap.
So you're getting there early enough to take a lap. Right?
Or we're taking a lap. The second inning's going to be our lap inning. And, see some friends. There's always a half dozen people I know who I've seen on Instagram or at the game. So, hey, you want to meet us in center field? We're taking a lap. So we do that. That's where you can grab your hot dog, your garlic fries. Mid lap, we're going to pass all the different dining options.
So the burger at Red's didn't hold you over, is what you're saying?
Absolutely not. No, this is it's a whole tour de feast, if you will. I have to, I got to get my dog. I got to get my michelada. I got to get my Red's burger. And there are literally games where I don't think we return back to our seats until the ninth inning. Just the lap gets out of control. You run into, your college roommates. I run into Anthony Garcia and Therese Vignal, who are doing the scoreboard action, chit chat with them. And, next thing you know, you're catching the game from a bleacher seat that isn't yours just because it's a good view.
So you're not afraid to move around. That's what you want to do. What about, wait a minute now. I'm sweet now for the Gotham Club because the show your dad and I do on Friday night, Friday Night Kipes.
What a great name.
Good name. Thought to buy Cole Kuiper. So it's been great. We've had so much fun on those Friday night home games. We're going to do it again this year, which is great. How often do you make the pit stop in the Gotham Club?
Often, if I am bringing people to a game who have never been there, that is maybe the first stop, because there's even an entrance you can get in at the Gotham Club, no line. So we'll sneak in right there, check in, and it's such a cool experience. So
it is a very cool place. Yeah,
most really games I pop in there. In fact, when I saw Jung-Hoo Lee was getting moved to right field, my first thought was, he's going to be the guy standing right next to the Gotham Club, because they've got that on the ground level, on the fence seating where the right fielder is just in your face.
Yeah. All right. So good. I don't want you not going to the Gotham Club, but you're big there. So
yeah, I enjoy the Gotham Club. For a while, it was where they had like the best beer in the park, but I think there's a few other options now.
And I do know this, you are, in a good way, you are a beer connoisseur.
I'm not afraid to enjoy myself at a baseball game, but I'm also, unlike Alex and you and my dad, I am at these games as a fan. I am not at these games in a working capacity.
It's a whole different deal. Hey, we got some more good comments here, Cole. So let's check it out.
Let's check it out.
Our new friend Cole Dunstan says, Cole, do you have any plans for hosting any events on NBC Bay Area like Summer Sundays? I remember those days. Laugh out loud.
I don't think Summer Sundays is coming back. We had a lot of fun on Summer Sundays. We were doing that show the year the Giants hit 107 wins. Gotcha. And it was just like lightning in a bottle. What a weird Chris Bryant. But no, Summer Sunday's not coming back. We did enjoy ourselves though.
Yeah, that was that. You guys had fun. Mike says, I love how podcasts carry the sport not only day to day, but throughout the off season. Well, that's important. I mean, you guys do it. I've been doing 2 to 3 shows a week, all off season, and you got to dig a little bit for information, but that's a good thing. But it's amazing how baseball does that, though. There's always seems to be enough.
Yes.
And with guests, you have, I've had a ton of guests. I had Ed Montague on the other night, the long-time star. And he was great. So there's always an avenue to go for a show, even in the off season.
Yeah. Get that content calendar creative, and you can go the dark winter without baseball. You just need to have some fun with it.
That's right. Hey, Christy's checking in. I like to watch the game. Most people around us are just talking. Drives me nuts.
Christy, I get it.
I get it too. See, I'm a little bit like Christy, and I don't want to sound snobbish because that's not it. But sometimes when you're in the seats, there's a lot of cheering is one thing. There's a lot of chatter going on.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to be sitting between my wife and her friend as they talk about the reality TV show they're watching, who's getting voted off from traders.
I'll sit next to Rachel, your wife, anytime at a ball game. But you know what I'm saying here, right?
I do. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And I'm sure I've been very guilty of that guy. I have probably driven people sitting near me nuts at the stadium. But it's baseball. There is a lot of downtime in between pitches. It's a sport built for chatter. You listen to a game on KMBR, 2/3 of it is excellent storytelling, background color, and chatter. And that's, I think, one of the things I find most charming about baseball.
I'll give you that. You gotta be patient with the fans. Yeah. Mike says, I like shocking people by shouting cheers once in a while. I may be annoying, but it's fun to me.
Cheers, Mike.
Hey, Mike, you know what? As long as the cheers are good and they don't last too long, and after a while, maybe you take a break. There we go. Yeah, then we're good. Producer Ryan says, loved the Gotham Club. Who doesn't? Gotham
Very
Club
cool.
is awesome. Yeah. All right, Cole, let's switch gears and talk about this team a little bit. You look back at last year, and I found last year to be such a strange year. I don't know how you and Alex went about it on your show. But it was just, to me, it was just a weird year.
Really weird.
Like, streaky, but like there were times where you really liked the team, and then there was stretches where you just didn't like them. And everybody's streaky in baseball. Players are streaky, teams are streaky. I just thought last year was extreme, and just a super hard year to figure out.
We saw that where the team was at the time of the Devers trade and what they looked like on paper. And it seemed like they were destined to have a year to remember, especially with that addition. And the way it kind of fell apart like that seemed unexplainable.
Exactly. That's the point. That was the number one. Like, what?
Yes.
You just got one of the best players in baseball, and you played significantly worse after you got him, and not because of him. It just there were so many things that you just could not figure out.
Yes, they kept going on these losing streaks, and you're like, all right, I know how statistics works. A winning streak will happen eventually because they can't only go on losing streaks.
Eventually,
yeah, and then every year, they get that hot streak, and the hot streak didn't really hit last year.
Not in a huge way, and it was always followed by a losing streak.
Yeah, exactly.
That so very hard to figure out. So I mean, I have high hopes for this year. I like what they're doing. The Tony Vitello thing is so fascinating to me, and I think everybody agrees with that. And now that it's happening, right? He's got a couple weeks under his belt. Who knows how this is going to go? He seems like a really, really sharp guy, but to me, it's going to be something that usually you can't keep your eye off a player.
Yes.
Or an opposing player. In this case, I find myself looking forward to watching him to see how he's reacting to all these different situations. And it's just, plus it's a story that we've never covered before.
Exactly.
Right? So this is like the first time this has ever happened. And I can't wait to get down there just to see kind of how he's doing. Right?
It is absolutely the most interesting thing the team could have done this offseason.
Yes.
This year has an entire different flavor attached to it because of the guy who's sitting on the railing in that corner.
Yeah, because it's not a player, right? It's not a player. It's not it's the manager.
Yeah, who's not supposed to be the main character. He's supposed to be the main character on a college baseball team, not on a professional baseball team.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Yeah, I am too. And I think when it's all said and done, I think he's going to be a really good manager. But I do think that all of us, and when I say all of us, I mean the fans probably most important. There needs to be some patience with him. Oh, he's got a lot going on.
Yes, he's right now the busiest man in San Francisco.
Well, he's the busiest man in San Francisco, and you think about, you just try to put yourself in his shoes. And now you have 60 players in camp. Mm-hmm. And listen, a college team has a lot of players too, but you have 12 coaches.
Yeah.
Right. You have front office people everywhere that are your bosses.
Yeah.
You got media people everywhere. You got media relations department. There's so much going on, and there just needs to be patience here. Let him figure this out, because it's a lot. It's a lot. And all I just said, Cole, is before a first pitch is even thrown in a game.
Exactly. And it doesn't help that the Giants start out with like a month-ish of a rough schedule.
Yeah.
So extra patience thrown Tony V's way, please, because spring training, yes, a lot juggling. But once the meaningful games begin, it's not going to be a cakewalk, even for an experienced manager, for what they're up against. I've liked the way the lineup has come together this year. Wish they'd done a little more pitching wise. We'll see what happens with that. But no matter how it's constructed, it's going to be dicey up top.
Yeah. Well, you start with the Yankees right away. But I like the lineup too. I think, they did improve the outfield defense with Bader. Arise, we're going to see if he is improved defensively. But just from a lineup standpoint, I like the lineup. I think it could be fun.
Yeah,
I think there was things that it did poorly last year, struck out too much. Was not great in the clutch. They were good in the clutch early, but then that sort of, little things offensively they just weren't doing. But I think this lineup has a chance to be significantly better than last year and kind of fun, right?
100% agree. Yeah. You look at the 9, and I don't really see a spot that I would like that there would even be thought to work further to improve at this point. Like, you have your 9 pretty much locked.
Yeah, absolutely. And even Bailey, Bailey, we don't know what he's going to do offensively, but he's got to play because of how great he is defensively.
Yeah. Now, certain guys not making the big league roster on opening day could totally change the makeup of the lineup. But, I'm going vibes wise. We know who will be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for this year.
Yeah. And then, your extra players, there's questions there. And the bullpen, the bullpen's an issue.
Bullpen's very much an issue.
Yeah. And I think that's when I get down to Arizona, that's the thing. Outside of watching Vitello, I think watching these young guys, these young pitchers, the young starters, some of the other guys, that's probably going to be the thing I'm going to watch the closest, only because that's where the biggest question marks are.
Totally.
And who can come out of this big group of pitchers and, grab a bullpen spot or 2 or 3, right? So, we'll see.
We always joke on Giants Talk podcast how it just seems like on bullpens across the league these days, these guys who throw lights out for 1 or 2 years just sprout up out of nowhere. Guys who have never balled out like this in their life just all of a sudden become like all-star candidates. I really think they're just banking on, I don't know, Blade Tidwell or Spencer Bivens just all of a sudden becoming one of those guys. Obviously, they have to have their closer spot. Ryan Walker figured it out again, but it just has to be the guys we have right now don't play like they did last year kind of year.
Yeah. Well, that's you know what? Bullpens are funky always. It seems like you need to remake them every year.
Totally.
Hey, got a couple more comments, Cole, and I know you're digging the comments, so let's keep it up. Christy says, thank you. Of course, my husband and I are old. No, you're not. Thanks. Let's watch a game together, Glenn. Game moves really fast sometimes with the pitch clock. Well, yeah. I mean, it is a little bit of a different experience, I think. But I think fans like the fact that the game does move.
Hot take. I miss the 3-hour games. When I go to a game and it's 2 hours,
really?
I'm like, I got robbed of an hour of entertainment. What are we doing here?
You got robbed of another lap around the ballpark.
Another loop. What? Come on.
Yeah. You need to stop at Tony's Slice House and get another. That's my. If I go to the concourse, which I do once in a while, if I'm hungry, don't really feel like eating the press room food. If the place I go, either club level or down the first base line, is the Tony's Pizza. It's unbelievable,
phenomenal.
I mean, it seriously is. Like, it's one of those where
it's
it's phenomenal pizza.
Yeah.
And it's
big time for me. I'm a huge Chachobo guy. Tony's Pizza, absolutely, and just your classic dog.
Yeah. Plus the Tony's Pizza, the size of slice that you get is like bigger than your head. Yes. Yeah, it's like this big. Yeah, and I get 2. Yeah. Hey, we got another comment from Cole. Cole, you and Cole are buddies now, by the way.
Yeah, no, totally. I'm going to run into Cole and take a selfie at a game this year.
Yes, I'm hoping some of my questions for you and Alex mailbag get answered. I gave a laundry list to Alex, so that's probably why it didn't get answered. And you'll think, it's Cole. See, you guys are tight now.
We're tight. Yeah. Well, we have a document with all of the questions. We probably have about 100 questions on there right now. We always invite people to give us more. So I'll find Cole's and make sure they're bumped up the list a little to get into the rotation.
All right. Last one. My good friend Dan, who's got his own Giants podcast. He's terrific. He says it's going to be 92 degrees starting next Friday and through the weekend. Glenn, welcome to Arizona. All right. I'm going Friday, and sounds like it's going to be some pool time, maybe. How about that?
Do you have like a order of operations when you get to Arizona? Do you got to eat at Culver's? We stop for groceries at this place, or is it
you sound like your dad. You sound like your dad.
We're going to AJ's.
No, there's some restaurants. I like Grimaldi's pizza's good.
Mm-hmm.
But we go out to dinner a lot because my sister and my brother-in-law are down there in the wintertime. So that allows us to, they know where the restaurants are. So we bounce around. But I always do make a stop at Grimaldi's just at least once. But if I'm down there for a couple of weeks, I'll get over there twice because, that's just, that's really good pizza. And
having your sister there, my aunt, is a fun dynamic. We get the whole family together. But I also think people expect me when I'm at spring training that I'm hitting the town. So I get messages, hey, where are you at tonight at spring training? It's like, I'm doing a puzzle at my aunt's house. That's my Saturday.
There was a time though, Cole, where you were out. Come on now.
That's true. Yeah, a decade ago.
Yeah. Hey, let's finish this on something completely away from Giants baseball, but the hockey game today, and I'm not a huge hockey guy. I don't know if you are or not, but watching the USA men's and women's both win the gold medal in hockey at this year's Olympics, phenomenal.
Super cool.
I mean,
super cool.
Come on, man. I mean, that is so cool.
I didn't watch it live. Or watch the whole game, but I saw the clips of the final goal scored in what I believe was OT.
It was OT. It was 2 minutes into OT. Yeah.
So awesome. Winter Olympics really snuck up on me this year.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was distracted by Giant stuff or what it was, but I looked up and the Olympics were starting.
Yeah.
I've been getting into it. And the hockey is a really fun one because it's one of the sports you do actually casually follow.
Sure. Yeah.
When it's not Olympics, I'm not following curling. I'm not following figure skating.
But you're following the Sharks, right?
Exactly. I'm going to a Sharks game next weekend. So hockey's extra special, and to see they went home with the golds.
And I think too, like what gets me, Cole, and you don't remember this, but the last time they won was the Miracle on Ice, which I know you know all about, but I was a junior in high school when that happened, and it affected me a lot.
Yeah.
And I still get emotional if I watch the movie Miracle. Oh my God, I'm like a mess because it was so cool. It was so cool.
My mom's side of the family is in New England. Hockey maniacs, obsessed with hockey, all play hockey. You hail from a cold state, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin's a huge hockey. Yeah, in Minnesota.
Did you play in
I didn't.
Capacity? No. Was that did you have the option to play and just were interested?
I do not. You know what? I knew nothing about hockey as a kid, even though I think it's gotten bigger back there in the last 25, 30 years. University of Wisconsin is very good in hockey. But no, it just wasn't an option. It wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
But my family looks at me, but when I start talking about the Miracle on Ice in 1980, it's a thing for, oh my God, it was so cool. Yeah. And then see this 46 years later, Cole, to the day that they beat the Russians. I mean, think about that.
That is so cool.
February 22nd, 1980.
Yeah.
That stuff, it just sticks with you. And it's cool. It's cool to see the players with the flag around them and listening to them and seeing how much it means to them. So I think it's a good day. It's a good day for USA, I think.
It is. I'm already I think, is it over? Was this the last night of the Olympics?
Yes, I believe so.
I'm a big Summer Olympics guy because I love the track and field stuff. You mentioned I was a track runner in high school.
Yep.
So I love the track stuff, basketball. So I'm already geared up. Let's go. I'm ready for more Olympics.
See, I got you fired up now.
Yeah.
Hey, Cole, thanks for joining us. It was super fun. I know we've been wanting to do this for a while.
Have me on again, please.
Yeah, we will. And you and Alex keep up the good work. I'll see Alex in 5 days now. So I can't wait to get down there. But thanks a lot, man. You're a good dude. You've grown up to be a great guy.
Thank you very much, Uncle
Glenn. Yeah, I knew that was coming. All right. Thanks, Cole. Cole Kuiper, my nephew, but maybe more importantly, he does a really good job with that podcast. Giants Talk through NBC, does it with Alex Pavlovich. Very, very popular. So check it out. So we appreciate Cole coming by. He's my nephew, but he's also a all-around good guy. So appreciate Cole coming on. Appreciate everybody with the questions. That was a lot of fun. We had fun tonight with the questions. I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to do another Glen Kuiper show tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Kind of a spring training update after the first weekend of games, which the Giants won Saturday and they won again today. So we'll kick some of that fun stuff around. Who did well? There's another game tomorrow, obviously. So we'll talk about that again tomorrow at 7 o'clock. The Glen Kuiper show will be back. I'll be doing that one by myself. No guests tomorrow. And then on Friday, I'll be heading down to Arizona, and I'm going to try to do as many shows as I can from down there, which would be fun. We'll see if I can find a good spot to do it. Maybe at Scottsdale Stadium. Why not? So anyways, thanks for joining us tonight. Thanks again for Cole. Good stuff all around. We had lots of fun. Let's check in with our sponsors one more time as the Glen Kuiper Show is brought to you by the Kehrig Real Estate Team. Whether you're in the market to buy or sell, for all your residential real estate needs, trust the Kehrig Real Estate Team to guide you home. Contact Mike Kehrig today for a free home sale or purchase consultation. You can do that by calling 925-548-4132 or check out their website at kehrigteam.com. Glen Kuiper Show is also brought to you in part by Tilden Properties. You're going to see quarterly dividends and equity buildup in the real estate market if you invest with Tilden Properties and their multifamily real estate purchases. That's what Tilden Property does. They're looking for investors always. You can join their team at 925-209-8558. Check out their portfolio at tildenproperties.com. We are also brought to you in part by Partners Capital LLC. It's a wealth management firm providing financial strategy for elite performance and strong, lasting peace of mind. Partners Capital, it's your partner for a stronger financial future. Call them at 888-702-7743. We're also brought to you by Area Rug Cleaning Direct, family owned and proudly serving the Bay Area for over 35 years. If your area rug needs cleaning or repair, Area Rug Cleaning Direct will pick it up and return your area rug looking brand new within 5 business days. If you're interested, call them at 925-933-9999. That's it for this edition of the Glen Kuiper Show. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you tomorrow night at 7 o'clock with another show. Have a good one, everybody.